चलते चलते गर्मी लग रही होती थी तो
I think.
गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन। मैं डॉक्टर रेखा श्रीवास्तव मैम से निवेदन करना चाहूँगा कि इस सभा को शुरुआत करने की अनुमति दें।
Sure, sir. बिल्कुल। Good afternoon to all of you. I welcome to all participants on the last day of 7 days faculty development program. Our today's session will again be conducted by Dr. Sarvesh Pandey, sir. Sir, I warmly welcome to you with the entire college family. इसके साथ ही ये हम सभी के लिए बड़े ही हर्ष की बात है कि आज हमारे बीच डॉक्टर रोहित सर और डॉक्टर बीपी पांडे सर पुनः हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। आपका सानिध्य हमें मिल रहा है। सर, हम आपका भी हार्दिक अभिनंदन, वंदन और स्वागत करते हैं। जैसा कि कल के सेशन में हम लोगों ने देखा कि सर ने ब्लेंडेड लर्निंग, मोबाइल लर्निंग, माइक्रो लर्निंग और फ्लिप्ड लर्निंग के कंसेप्ट को समझाते हुए मैसिव ओपन ऑनलाइन लर्निंग, जिसे हम संक्षेप में मूक्स बोलते हैं, आज सर के द्वारा इस विषय पर विस्तार से प्रकाश डाला जाएगा। तो सर, मैं आपको आमंत्रित करती हूँ। आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
धन्यवाद मैम। तो अभी शुरू किया जाए?
हाँ बिल्कुल सर।
ओके, धन्यवाद, थैंक यू। So let me share my screen and I'll speak in both the languages today. Probably that would help many of the students who weren't that comfortable last time. तो आज का टॉपिक है आपका रोल ऑफ मैसिव ओपन ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज इन मॉडर्न एजुकेशन। So basically massive open online courses stand for, if I talk about acronym, it's MOOCs. So this term was coined in 2008, somewhere in 2008, but it's very, very popular term. So we'll be discussing about this. I mean, all the discussions would be around MOOCs. आपको different ways से MOOCs के बारे में मैं जानकारी देने का प्रयास करूँगा, and then you know how this MOOC is gonna help us as Indian, as a country, and what are the potentials we have with MOOC, and how you know, given the lots of information available on internet, आपको कैसे decide करना होगा कि which digital content would suit best to you. So क्योंकि भी इतनी information available है कि you can't cover all the video lectures you know that are there for any specific topic. So you need to choose that hey, this one is something I should go with, and that decision would be really crucial you know, in terms of like what kind of content you are gonna access. तो वो डिसीजन बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट होगा आपका। आप कैसे डिसाइड करते हैं, ये सारी चीजें ये डिसाइड करेंगे कि आपको जो डिजिटल कंटेंट जो आप कंज्यूम करने वाले हैं वो किस क्वालिटी का होगा। Then, as always, there's some challenges that I mean, you need to work on that as a system, as an institution, as a country, as a society. We need to work on that to overcome those challenges. That as well I would discuss in brief. And finally, I'll list few of the URLs like from where I got all these that I utilized to prepare this PPT. तो ये आउटलाइन है आपके आज के प्रेजेंटेशन का. So अभी स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो so yesterday I was scrolling through things and I found this really interesting line from EDX. So EDX is a MOOC platform. I'll be discussing about that in a moment from now. But here's the tagline of EDX: restless learners change the world. In 96 font size in PPT, which is the highest one available, that is called window. So you need to be a restless learner. You shouldn't be feeling tired. And how this can be possible? Restless कैसे हो सकते हैं? This is possible only when you have huge interest in the material that you are consuming. तो आपका इंटरेस्ट होना मस्ट है. और मैं डिस्कस करूंगा कैसे इंटरेस्ट बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करता है MOOC रिसोर्सेस. So the next question is how you can generate interest. So responsibility lies, everyone need to take responsibility of that. Being a learner, you need to be much more disciplined. आपको कोई नहीं कहेगा कि आप क्लास में like in controlled environment, teacher controls everything, right from your appearance, the way you talk, the way you sit, the way you react to the things, and teacher can point out to any of the student that hey, have you got this or not. तो ये सारी चीजें possible नहीं होती हैं MOOC में. So in that very case, here's a challenge: how to maintain interest. But anyways, this tagline is really interesting: restless learner change the world. So you have this, potential in form of digital content available right on click. How you are going to utilize it, that's gonna decide where you would be in near future. And if you, if you decide to not use these contents, then I mean it's not an option these days. When it's not like we have a limited course and we will need to cover that out. आपके पास बहुत सारा कोर्स है, तो आपको in one other way आपको MOOCs पे switch करना ही होगा. So here comes the basic definition of MOOCs. It's basically 4 words: massive open online courses. And with massive means like it's like something very big. So if I say something very big, there's no there's no measurement of big. Is it 100, which is very big? 1,000 is big. 1 lakh is big. So yeah, I mean that perception and definition keeps on changing, because now in today's scenario we see that the same YouTube video can be watched, can get around 1 crore hits. So that's the new normal, where one single video can be viewed by 100 lakh individuals. And that's the power of coming up with digital content. So if you are there in a physically controlled classroom, आपकी class की strength at max 200 मैंने देखी है और lecture deliver किया है. तो 200 is too much if we talk about physical classroom. But आपके online platform में ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Participants के हिसाब से things are scalable. You can scale to any extent depending on the need. Next word आपका होता है open. So when I say open, it's like there's no bar. It's not like if you are in your 80s, then you can't learn data science. आप किसी भी age में online digital resource access कर सकते हैं. You need not to have a qualification. Like if someone is interested in learning Python language, then probably someone is interested in learning law, then for that it's not like you need to do LLB. So like I don't have LLB degree, but I can gain some knowledge. I can scroll through some of the videos available on that platform. आपके लिए बड़ा अच्छा होता है. आपको ये नहीं कहा जाता कि आपको ये क्वालिफिकेशन चाहिए ये पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक. Am I audible now?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. आपके लिए ऐसा कुछ नहीं कहा जाता कि आपको पास ये डिग्री होनी चाहिए. You are from science background, you are from engineering background or arts background. Everyone can learn any subject based on his or her interest. No gender discrimination. ये point लिखने का purpose मेरा ये है. Though you hardly find this point in any of the online PPTs or resources available related to MOOCs. But हमारे इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्ट में अभी भी प्रॉपर जेंडर रेशियो आपको हायर एजुकेशन में नहीं मिलता. It's somewhere around 30 to 40% female and 60 to 70% male. That's what I have seen actually. तो आपको इसमें जेंडर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन जैसा कुछ नहीं है. फाइनेंशियल कॉन्स्ट्रेंट जैसा नहीं है. It's not like you would have to pay heavy amount of fee, like in some of the cases it's 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, which is something like only privileged people can afford. तो आपको ये प्रॉब्लम भी नहीं आती है MOOCs के साथ. Third point is online. So before MOOCs we had educational resources. I think it's OER, open educational resources or something of that sort. ये सारी चीजें अवेलेबल थी, बट one thing that was missing was like you haven't had a forum to communicate or to discuss. Chat boxes, means to interactively come up with assignments and quizzes. So that all incorporated with these sort of lectures. You don't have certificates, badges. So all these things are available with any MOOCs course of today's in today's world. Last point that I see over here is course. So course is like, as I said, everything is well organized, well structured, compiled, and at least a group or a team of people have had gone through that resource material before that resource material is pushed to internet to be accessed by everyone. So आपके ये MOOCs की I think in general definition है. इसके बाद हम आते हैं थोड़ी सी हिस्ट्री के बारे में, because history always tells a lot. So basically before 2008, so internet got Sir Tim Berners-Lee, he came up with the concept of internet and all in 1992, and then internet became really popular in 2000. उसके बाद ये एक that was like a stage for MOOC. तो 2000 से 2008 के बीच के टाइम पीरियड में people like tried to replicate what we have in our traditional system. So like someone is sitting in table and some with cameras and audio video tools installed and all, and he or she is constantly speaking. So it was something similar to what we have in traditional system, nothing interactive. That was just one-way communication. You like it or not, that professor would keep on saying for 1 hour, and you need to probably listen to it, and there was a fair chance of getting benefited from that resource as well. But what we have today is it's more advanced version of this. उसके बाद क्या हुआ, 2008 में फर्स्ट MOOC कोर्स इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया. That was from University of Manitoba, Canada. और पहली बार ऐसा हुआ कि 2200 लोग उस पर्टिकुलर लेक्चर से बेनिफिट उन्होंने उस लेक्चर को ज्वाइन किया, उस मीडियम से लर्न किया. And then that same experiment was repeated by Stanford. So Stanford is really prestigious institute of US, and 3 of their courses became really, it was a hit. So what happened next is like, people got to know that, hey, here's a MOOC design, massive open online courses, and society at large can benefit from it. So आपको कई सारी समस्याओं का समाधान उनको दिखा MOOCs के साथ. Then it comes 2012, and that was a really good year in the history of MOOCs, when lots of providers came into the picture, like edX, Coursera, Udacity, FutureLearn from UK, Udacity from US, University from Germany, and Miradex from Spain. So यहाँ पे I mean, that was a turning point from where things started spelling out exponentially. बहुत तेजी से उसके बाद इस particular कॉन्सेप्ट पे वर्क होने लगा. 2013 में ओपन सोर्स के बारे में मैं बहुत ब्रीफ में बताऊंगा, लेकिन जिन्हें नहीं पता, ओपन सोर्स का मतलब ये होता है कि जो भी आपने डेवलप किया है उसे मैं सोसाइटी में यूज करने के लिए सबके लिए ओपन कर दूं, फ्री ऑफ कास्ट. तो EDX ने क्या किया, 2013 में अपने प्लेटफॉर्म को ओपन सोर्स कर दिया. And that was a time when governments around the world started replicating this model. क्योंकि ये इसके कई सारे advantages हैं that I will discuss in probably 10 minutes from now. So whatever, when you come up with a new thing, you have to have a philosophy that why is it that you are coming up with this new thing, and what's the problem with the existing one. So here's a philosophy of MOOCs. It's free, it's online, and it's scalable. When I say scalable, it means like any number of people can join, and get benefited from that online digital resource. आप कहीं affordable है, कोई extra पैसा चार्ज नहीं होगा, apart from you have to have probably a smartphone or laptop, some digital device, and you have to have internet internet connected device. So ये bare minimum requirement है. Still I know that there are few who can't afford this much, these many resources. But for 70-80% of population, it's available. So to some extent, it's really flexible way of learning. You can run, you can run your laptop anytime. You can watch video probably at night 2 o'clock. So it's on your wish. So आप again same thing, कोई barrier नहीं है, age का, gender का, caste का, location का. You can attend a lecture from a professor in MIT sitting in Gorakhpur. So that's possible through MOOCs, and that's truly a picture of a small world. And when I say small world, अगर आपने कोई क्वेश्चन किया, ग्लोब, आपके ग्लोब में किसी भी जियोग्राफी में कहीं भी कोई हो, he or she can answer your queries. So that means in that sense it's a small world. ये 3 A's पे डिपेंड करता है. It's any time, आप किसी भी समय पे ऑनलाइन डिजिटल रिसोर्स को एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. Anyone, कोई भी कर सकता, कोई डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं है कि इस पर्टिकुलर कंसर्न ग्रुप, इंस्टीट्यूशन, बॉडी, कंट्री के लिए. एनीवेयर, कोई भी जियोग्राफिकल लिमिटेशंस नहीं है. ठीक है. सो that was a philosophy of coming up with MOOCs. Then next thing is like, it's okay, that's your philosophy, but why should I utilize that platform? What's good in that for me? So if in case you are working, you can learn courses for your career development, career enhancements. You can learn new skills. You can be competitive in that case. अगर आप कैरियर चेंज करना चाहते हैं, then also it's not like you have to find someone who is really skilled in some particular technology or tool or some skill. You can just turn on your laptop and find the right course, complete that course, and you are all set to change your career option. तो कैरियर चेंज में भी आता है, कैरियर डेवलपमेंट में यूटिलाइज हो सकता है, कारपोरेट ई लर्निंग एंड ट्रेनिंग में भी हो सकता है. Like if you got some new assignment or project, and if it's the case like you aren't getting what exactly needs to be done, आप इस ऑनलाइन रिसोर्स मटेरियल का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. You can get benefited from that. College preparations, आप लेक्चर मिस हो गया, for any reason you were not being able to attend that lecture, or probably you are missing in that lecture, like you are just physically present, mentally you are somewhere else, and that was the reason you were not being able to grasp what's been taught in that lecture. Just come to this platform, learn this topic from some other faculty members, renowned faculty members, and get benefited from it. So ये एक और ये आपका रीजन हो सकता है आपको MOOCs प्लेटफॉर्म्स को यूटिलाइज करने का. Next is like, it's okay, it can help me in career advancement, it can help me in career change, it can help me in learning the topics that I missed in class. But what else we have with MOOCs? What's great with MOOCs? So it's global, that means like आपको ऐसा नहीं है, अगर कोई expertise out of the country available है, that too you can utilize. So that's really cool thing about MOOCs. It's non-profit. I mean, non-profit organizations are running this these big platforms. So that again is a plus. You are allowed to learn on your own pace, your own capability. If you have 2 hours today, learn for 2 hours only. If you have probably 16 hours very next day, you can utilize those 16 hours to, to increase your pace. So that all sort of flexibility available. आखिरी चीज है, आप हर लर्नर के पास एक पॉसिबिलिटी है, एक अननोन really powerful potential को अनलॉक करना इस पर्टिकुलर मीन्स के थ्रू. I'm listing few of the major global MOOC platform providers, right from EDX, Coursera, Canvas, FutureLearn, Udacity, and Udemy. So some of them are paid, but the money that they ask, like if I talk about my personal experience, तो मैंने Udemy में मैंने buy किए हैं 2-3 courses, so it's really economical. आपको around 500 rupees पे करना है और आपको एक टॉपिक का you would get really structured, informative, and concrete information about topic from well known and experienced experts. So that's the benefit of having MOOCs. तो आप इसका इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. Then there are some benefits of using. There are some benefits I have listed. That you can get when you use this massive open online courses. As I said, lectures from renowned academic experts, sometimes companies as well, like Google, IBM, even this Azure and all. And there are platforms like running for industry people, like Pluralsight. So आप उससे benefit ले सकते हैं. Some are paid, some are for it's open, like you need not to pay even a single penny for that. Massive number of learners can enroll. आप कई सारे लोग enroll हो सकते हैं, कोई physical limitations नहीं है. Like brick and mortar setting में होता है कि आप 16 students की class हो सकती है, 200 की हो सकती है. फिर खूब सारे discussions चलते हैं कि I mean, if I need to probably increase number of seats, and I would have to take care of that. Do we have the infrastructure available to accommodate those new students? सो आपको उसका कोई वरी नहीं करने का है. It's either free or at minimal cost. May create fair chance of employability. These days, really hard time, COVID times, many people lose their jobs. So in that very case, when you lose your job, you are financially constrained. So you can't probably invest money in upskilling yourself. तो आप अगर money invest नहीं कर सकते हैं, and you have to get some job in really small span of time to probably support your family. So that's happening. That's a real problem we are facing these days in this pandemic, in this COVID pandemic. So आपको employability का means ये नए benefits आए हैं current pandemic scenario में. और interestingly, EDX came up with a report, and it says that around the growth that they got is like around 40% compared to what they had in 2019 and 2020. So that's the potential this platform has. Now, अभी बात करते हैं particularly Indian context में how MOOCs can help us. So as our Prime Minister keep on telling, like we are a young nation. Definitely we are a young nation, and as a young nation, there are lots of potential. You can hear it out from many different peoples, from all sort of spaces like academia, medical, or probably from scientists and so on. But we have divide, even digital divide. There are many who can't afford internet. There are many who are not that stable financially. So I have consciously used this word financially asymmetry. So it's well curated word, and I thought for around probably 5 minutes or so before coming up, because we can't say that we are poor nation. Now like we achieved a lot in last 40 years or so. But अभी भी financial asymmetry है. We need to acknowledge that. आपको उस पे work करना पड़ेगा. Those things who are like the way we have roti kapda makan, we need to make sure that everyone is equally kind of benefited with internet as well. This should not create further divide between rich and poor. तो ये एक प्रॉब्लम है. Second problem is uncontrollable social transformation. So there are many rules that were there. We used to follow that. Even I follow that. But it's breaking with time. New generations. There are many good things, many bad things, but happening. All these things are happening. Then we need to kind of navigate in right direction instead of like misusing the resources that we have. We need to use all the energy to truly transform our nation, to truly transform our individual personality, society in a meaningful and positive way. Third point है ट्रांसपेरेंट सिस्टम होएगा. अब चीजें डिजिटलाइजेशन होने से, प्लेटफॉर्म्स होने से things are getting more and more transparent. Abhi, like to give you an example, I just I was done with giving marks to students here in my university campus. तो अभी रूल क्या है कि after 7 days even I cannot change their marks. So that adds up to the transparency कि किसी के पास अनलिमिटेड अथॉरिटी नहीं है कि आप जब चाहे मार्क्स कम कर दें, ज्यादा कर दें. So that was possible with the help of instilling transparency in the system, and it's possible through digital platform. Equal opportunity, like अभी जो students जैसे आपके इंस्टीट्यूट CRDPG में बैठा हुआ है और जो स्टूडेंट्स IT बॉम्बे में बैठा हुआ है, both the individuals has equal chance to access those MOOC resources. And both of them have the equal opportunity to fight for the common goal. Though it's a little difficult because they have other means as well, but yeah, at least now you have fair share. Like you also have something to fight with people in other part of globe. Indian context में we have SWAYAM. SWAYAM is a MOOC course, MOOC platform, and that's Government of India initiative. Before that, we had other platforms like EPG, Pathshala and all, but they started molding things out. They started coming up with adding new features to make them MOOC compatible. ये स्वयं अपने आप में एक संस्कृत का शब्द है. स्वयं मीन्स सेल्फ, खुद से. आप खुद से प्लेटफॉर्म पे जाइए and you can access that. So just to give you an example, मैं स्वयं प्लेटफॉर्म के वेबसाइट को ओपन करता हूँ. ये सेल्फ इंट्यूटिव है, आप सभी लोग लर्न कर सकते हैं. ये आप कोऑर्डिनेटर से राइट फ्रॉम AICTE, CEC, IGNOU, IIM Bangalore, NCERT, NIOS, NITT, TR, NAPTEL and UGC. इन लोगों ने करा है. आप इससे रिसोर्सेज एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. And for that, what you need to do, you need to go to probably course catalog. Course catalog में आप जा सकते हैं. उसके बाद I can demonstrate it. Probably you are interested in foundation of computing, and in that very case, a list of subjects would get opened up. You can go for this resource from IIT Hyderabad on computational complexity. So it's that simple, and anyone from any part of India can enroll to this particular course, complete this course, and get certificate for after completion of this course, like after doing quizzes, assignments, discussions and all. तो ये इंडियन प्लेटफॉर्म है. It came in 2016. So it was like, as I said, in 2012. This thing, it was year of MOOCs. Many teaching learning platforms came into existence in 2012. It got open sourced in 2013, and then Government of India utilized this opportunity, freezed this opportunity to come up with its own platform called SWAYAM. So with that, as I said, there are some limitations, some issues. The first issue that let's say, and even I agree with that, is completion rate. So आपके लिए बताऊं, like even today buying just a second please. How I can get rid of this? I just wanted to use. Okay. So I have this Udemy account, and I'm just opening it to tell you out that even I bought a course on Udemy to learn few new things. Like I wanted to learn Microsoft Power BI. I wanted to learn some little more about SQL Server and all. So it's a new normal. Before and all, we used to think like, hey, what's the point of buying online resource? But if something is available at and it's really economical, you can even buy that out. And to convince you, I opened it up and said that even I use this thing. So that's that. But the problem is that was available for free, and I completed, if you can see, 49% of this course. But these two courses that I have bought, 1% of one course I have completed, and for the next one I completed just 8% of it. Why is it? Because it was a time like when I got this particular course in really below 500 amount. So I thought probably buy it. I'll learn it when I get some time. But in last 6 months, I didn't get time to learn these two subjects. So the first thing is like, here's a problem. We need to complete it. It's not like when you bought it and you have in your basket and we're done. दूसरी बात ये है कि आपके मेजॉरिटी ऑफ MOOCs कोर्सेज अवेलेबल इन इंग्लिश ओनली। तो from large part of India, it's a major problem. हम सभी लोगों को इंग्लिश में एटलीस्ट इतनी कंफर्टेबल होना चाहिए कि एटलीस्ट यू शुड बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट्स बीइंग टॉट बाय अ कंसर्न्ड रिसोर्स पर्सन। ये भी प्रॉब्लम है। देन नॉट एक्सेसिबल टू अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड। अगेन इफ यू डोंट हैव इंटरनेट, नो मैटर हाउ गुड द डिजिटल कंटेंट इज, आपको समस्या होनी है। तो अब अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड लोगों के लिए भी आपको somehow you can come up with some scheme that probably I'll provide these digital devices to masses through government policies. Probably I would give relaxation in tax, like no tax on laptop or so. आप इस तरह के मेजर्स अप्लाई कर सकते हैं जो फिलहाल इंडिया में अप्लाइड नहीं है। ये डिजिटल डिवाइड बढ़ा रहा है। Then we have part ahead, like what we should be doing apart from these things. Like you need to devise policies, like the content that's been delivered have to be and must need to be this thing that should be of quality, and that has to be ensured by a group of people, team of people, by a system or platform or some company. So that needs to be done. If some particular like NAPTEL and SWAN, they have the policies in place, but there are others who don't have any such policy, so they need to implement that out. सेकेंड चीज है आपका रिसोर्स पर्सन ने एक बार रिसोर्स मटेरियल अपलोड कर दिया, लेक्चर दे दिया, बट 6 मंथ 1 ईयर के बाद वो ऑब्सोलीट हो जाता है, तो उसे आपको कॉन्स्टेंटली अपडेट करते रहना है और एक पॉइंट पे जाके उसको डीकमीशन भी करना होगा। डीकमीशन का मतलब होता है कि डिस्कार्ड कर देना, कि आप किसी यूज नहीं है। जैसे कि कोविड में अभी कुछ मास्क आते हैं, आप यूज कीजिए मॉर्निंग में, इवनिंग में उसको डिस्कार्ड कर दीजिए, उसको फेंक दीजिए। Similarly, if some technology or some probably concept is not in use in today's context, then you should decommission it. You should take it out of the system. You should take it out of the server, because or else ये problem create करेगा, लोग confuse होंगे। And then next thing is like you need to continuously re-innovate yourself. You need to constantly think of like how what else I can do to to offer even better digital content to the user. So all these things needs to be taken care of. I see like I have just less than 1 minute, so I'll wait and rejoin again, and then here's the last slides that I will cover in next part, and then we'll have bibliographies. Nothing big, it's just like some links, edX, MOOC, Wikipedia page saying giving some information about MOOC, और फिर थोड़ी देर बाद